Hey guys, what's good? I'm Andre and today I want to discuss with you guys the LEAPS option that I have on ticker symbol NNDM Nano Dimension. Before we jump in, I'm gonna plant one tree for every 20 likes this video gets. I want to use the YouTube channel to help the planet out, and yeah, you can help me out with that as well. Cool, so with that in mind guys, ticker symbol NNDM obviously hadn't had a fantastic year here. I bought the LEAPS option back in March, if my memory serves me right, when the price was roughly in the tens. Ever since, obviously it had quite a bearish second half of the year and it's now trading slightly above $5. I think last I checked it was $5.60 or something like that. My LEAPS option had a delta of 0.7 when I bought it at a strike price of $5 and it expires in December. Obviously, like, the delta isn't at 0.7 anymore, that's granted, and then the issue is that expiring in December, the expiration date is actually coming up pretty fast. As you guys know, when you own options, it's really important that you pay attention to theta. It ramps up as you near the expiration. So within like 30 to 45 days from expiration, it's really important to start paying a lot of attention to that theta and make sure that it doesn't start eating into your option too much. So guys, ever since I've had this one, it's now like 6 or 7 months and we have another couple to go. Technically it wasn't really a LEAPS because it's under the full year, just 9 months for it. So just wanted to walk you through what I did. I ended up selling a bunch of covered calls on this. The trade itself cost me $5.56 initially, and then I made another $2.19 from covered calls. I still have another couple of months here, some more opportunity to sell covered calls and bring the average price of entry even further down, but I wanted to walk you through like what I would do in this instance, since obviously again it wasn't a perfect trade, nowhere near, and it's probably not gonna be a profitable trade either. So what do I plan to do with it? First off guys, I'm probably gonna just assume the loss on the LEAPS itself. It's probably gonna end up being roughly $300 of a loss because I bought the LEAPS. But as you guys know, a LEAPS is basically an option that gives you the ability, but not like you're not obligated, but you have the ability to buy the underlying stock at the strike price regardless of where it goes when you buy a call option. Since I bought this call option at $5 strike price and NNDM is a bit higher than that, even though the trade itself, the LEAPS, isn't going to be successful or profitable, I'm gonna probably lose around $300 on the LEAPS unless NNDM manages to break higher here within the next 2 to 3 months. I'm probably gonna just end up buying the 100 shares of NNDM at $5. So I probably will end up just exercising this option. I think this is probably the best thing to do since it allows me to own 100 shares at $5. What I plan to do is just with those shares then continue selling covered calls that are really close to the money. In this case, unfortunately, being at $5, the next option is $7.50, so there's not a lot of premium to be made right now. But I'm hoping that as NNDM manages to gain a bit of speed here, I'm still bullish on them for the future, and obviously like $5 is a fantastic entry price. I'm gonna link you guys to a video here where I explain why intrinsic value for NNDM is at $7.50. So even if you buy right now the shares, you still buy them at a massive discount considering what their intrinsic value is. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait it out guys, but I know that LEAPS options are something that not very many of you have experience in. They're not very popular on YouTube in terms of actually walking people through what they mean and how they play out, because obviously they take sometimes 9 months, 11 months, so not too many YouTubers have had the time to do videos on them and just execute and see what happens. And obviously I feel like it's very important to talk about the times where the trade isn't really going in your favor as well as the times that it is, because it's times like these when we actually learn a lot and when we know what to do in the future to be even more successful. I don't feel like I made a mistake here. I'm not Nostradamus. Nobody would have been able to tell that after being at $15, NNDM will go right back down to $5, especially since, as I mentioned, their intrinsic value is at roughly 7.5. So I feel like I had my bases covered there, so not much more than I could have done to be successful here. But again, I really feel like it's very important for us to discuss about some of these trades that aren't really going according to plan, just so you guys can maybe learn something from both my successes as well as my less than great successes, and then just move forward with that information in mind. That's all for today, guys. If you have any questions about the way that this trade has gone or anything with regards to LEAPS options, please leave them in the comments below. Drop a like. Again, 1 tree for every 20 likes that this video gets, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.